Hey guys, it's Shannon from Shanta's Workshop, and today I'm working on another burst tumbler. I'm doing this video to show a different type of paper. So this one is a little different from the cat tape. It's a little more similar to the Silhouette brand double-sided adhesive, except this white layer, the paper layer on the top, isn't as thick, so you don't get the pieces coming up when you wrap it around the tumbler. So it's like the best of both worlds for me, because it has the same kind of paper as the Silhouette paper, but the same flexibility as the cat training tape. And this brand is a random brand I found on Amazon, and it's called Crate. I'll link it in the comments, but this is the package it came in. I accidentally ordered the A4 size, but it does come in a larger 11 by 16 size. So I also have that on the way. So this is a little bit easier to apply than the cat tape as well, because we don't have to do all the flipping and flopping and bopping and all that. So first thing we're going to do is get it applied to the tumbler. This is another pre-prepped tumbler from the Steel Magnolia. It's a 16-ounce plump. And the template I'm using is the gaming template that you can find in my Etsy shop, Shanta's Workshop. So it looks like everything lines up. Alright, so we're basically going to apply it the same way as you do the cat training tape, but like I said, you don't have to do all the flipping around. So now that I have it lined up, I can just make my hinge and then start peeling and rolling. And I'm just using regular painter's tape. So just make sure you've got that down really well so that it doesn't lift. And I'm just going to double check that it's still straight. And we're looking good. So now, I've got the tape here. We're going to lay it down and use our tweezers. I like these curved ones because it's a bit easier to grab stuff without actually stabbing your project. I'm just going to lift up a corner, and you want to make sure that you're not pulling up the sticky part with the white paper. So that is the trickiest part when getting started with this. Okay, so I've got my corner, and I'm just going to gently peel away. Got about an inch of the sticky exposed. Now I'm going to put pressure on the cup. I'm going to roll it toward me while putting pressure on the cup so that my table is kind of helping to flatten out the paper or the tape against the cup. So at the same time, we're going to pull the backing off and then roll the tumbler towards you. And then once your tape side gets close to you, close to the end here, you're just going to gently remove it and make sure you are not pulling up any of the pieces. So just slowly remove it and pull it towards you. And typically you won't peel up any of your pieces. And I just pulled one up. So if that happens, if you have a little piece on the end, you can just hold it down, get it back in place while you pull your tape. Alright, so there's my little piece that was starting to come up with the tape, but it's still there. Tape can come off. Now we're just going to keep pulling the backing and rolling. while applying pressure the whole time. And there we go. Got it all lined up. You can see the seamless, continuous pattern here, so when it's glittered, all of the images will connect. And now we just glitter. So I just quickly picked out some colors for this because I had no idea. I know I wanted it to be kind of neon-y, but also have some blacks and grays in there. So we are going to start with my black color. I like to go from darkest to lightest. I'm just going to kind of put those in somewhat of an order, and I picked this color for my background pieces. So I think yellow is probably going to go last. Maybe pink and then yellow. It's really hard trying to decide. Okay, so we know we're going to start with the black, and I'm using Twilight from the Glitter Guy. It is a holographic black. So there are little controllers on here that have a wire, so I think that's what I want to be black. And I'll try to pull up my, like, all the pieces that I want to be black and then glitter all that, and then the next color that I do, try to fill up all those pieces and glitter those. Sometimes I miss a few and have to go back, and that's okay too. Get any paper. So, one. So I think I pulled up all of the pieces that I want to be black. So now I'm just going to add my glitter. So this is what I like about this paper and the Silhouette brand paper, is that it's not glossy here. So your glitter, just with a very soft brush, just easily glides right off of the paper. So I have no extra little glitter pieces stuck here that might mix in with my other colors. Missed a spot here. And then if you notice that your coverage wasn't as good as you'd like on the first go round, you can just kind of pat everything down after you dry brush it, and then just put on a second coat of glitter. The brush I'm using is just a soft eyeshadow brush from Amazon. I thought they were cute. So I think I want my screens to also, like this screen part on these Game Boy pieces. I like the outline screen outline. I think I want that to be Twilight as well. So I'm gonna go back through and peel those up and do some more Twilight. So for all of the buttons and details on these, I'm going to use Sparkle, or no, Night's Vow. It's a holographic dark gray. And I've already found a spot that I've messed up. This controller, I did the wrong outline, but that's okay. I'm just going to use this color for it. I'm just going to roll with it. So now I'm going to pull up all of the pieces that I want to be the charcoal color, or Night's Vow. When I filled up my paper here, I accidentally filled too much of the glue. So I just put that back down, and I just need to put like a little bit right in that corner. Look how cute all the little details are. This one doesn't look terrible, the one that I messed up. So I also have some hearts and stars on here. And I think I might want to outline those in the Twilight and Night's Vow before I do the colors in the middle. I'm gonna do it and see how it looks. That's the fun of these, you can just play around. You get to use your own artistic eye. So these are my little pixelated hearts and stars. I'm going to I will outline those in black and gray. So I'm going back and doing the Twilight color now. Just kidding, I'm going to do Night's Vow for the outside so that these colors don't blend together. They won't run together with the black lines here. This will run together. That's okay. So now I'm going to go back through and do these outlines as Twilight. trying to knock out these really dark colors right at the beginning. I just noticed some of my little button here doesn't have enough glitter. Just gonna add. Oh, and I didn't peel this up. I think I like the way this controller looks with the black and the gray for the outline. I think I'm going to do that on all the other controllers. This one is mostly going to be blacks and grays, silvers, except for some pops of neon colors. That was the idea I had in mind. So before I do the Twilight outlines on the pixelated shapes, on the pixelated stars and hearts, I'm gonna do Knight's Vow around these controllers. And I just saw here where I missed, looks like the outline of a star, so I'll go back and get that with my, well, do that now with the Knight's Vow. Typically when I'm doing these, I don't like for the edges to touch, but I am doing that on this one just to see how it goes. It's okay if you peel up one that you accidentally peeled up, you can just put it right back. I may even want to do the outlines of the Game Boys, Twilight and Knight's Vow. I'm gonna see how this looks once the stars and the larger controllers are done. Stars and hearts and the larger controllers, and then see if I want to do that. It might be too much black and gray running together, because I also want my background to be silver or light gray, and these controllers I think I want to be silver. But the Game Boys I'm going to do in different colors, and the hearts and the stars are going to be pink and yellow. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the outlines of the Game Boys, black, Twilight, and Knight's Vow too. Everything's going to be outlined with dark gray, black, the background silver. I think that's what I'm doing. And there is a final outline along the controllers that can be a neon color. Just realized I pulled the wrong piece when I was doing this controller. I needed to continue and pull this piece, and instead I pulled the outer piece. So now we're going to have a neon color on the outside here, and then we'll have a neon color on the inside. Overall it's going to look fine when it's finished, but it's just one of those little things that'll bug me because I'm the one who did it and I'm gonna be the one who notices it. And there's another little piece here that I need to go back with Twilight. So before I do my lighter and brighter colors, I'm gonna do one last look around each of these objects, each of these pieces, to see if I need to add any more Twilight or Night's Vow, because these are such dark colors. I don't want them mixing with my light colors, so trying my best to be extra vigilant here in the beginning. So now that I'm done with those two darker colors, I am going to vacuum up all of this stray glitter, just so we don't accidentally get some into our other colors. Little thing is very handy. It came in the last Glitter Guy Quack Pack subscription box. Nice little desk vacuum, and apparently it also works as a phone charger. You can set your phone right on top of it and charge your phone. I can't do that with mine because the case that I have on it does not work that way. Okay, so the next darkest color we have is probably this purple called Tangled. It's purple and then it's got kind of an aqua sparkle. It's really pretty. So I definitely want a couple of the Game Boys. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Game Boys and 3 Game Boy colors that I wanted to use. So I'll do 2 purple. The Game Boy colors, I was going to use the purple, key lime, and blue sky, because I wanted to save the pink and the yellow Magic School Bus and Pinkle for the hearts and stars. And then I'll just do any and all of the colors for the outline of the controllers. And if picking your colors out as you go, like picking your color placement as you go, stresses you out, you can open this up in Silhouette and you can color each piece. I don't know if you can do that in Cricut because they don't have the outline feature, but I'm sure there's another program. I know a lot of people, if you have an iPad, you could use Procreate. Alright, we'll do 2 Game Boys in the purple. And I think I do want to try my best to not have the bright colors touching. So I'm going to focus on not having anything running together. Like here, I didn't really mind. I just let it happen. Normally I don't like for that to happen, but just gonna see how it goes. Okay, so that one's gonna be purple. Actually, I might do my silver next. So these are the 3 colors I have left. I know I want to do Magic School Bus last. And I feel like if there was some contamination between these two, having the disco dust, like a tiny bit of disco dust in the Pinkle, wouldn't be as bad as having the Pinkle in the disco dust. So I'm gonna do Pinkle next. And Pinkle is a neon pink. It has a neon pink with a purple shimmer. And this is what I'm gonna use for all the hearts. That is not a heart. This is a star. You think I would know my shapes by now. Clearly I do. So I will glitter the bottom of this. I'll use Mod Podge and a paintbrush, and it's going to be disco dust to match the background pieces of the picture. And after the Mod Podge is dried, oh, and I'm going to touch up this spot with a little paintbrush and some Tangled. Once all the Mod Podge is dry, I'm going to seal this with some clear gloss spray at least twice, probably 3 times. But I love how this turned out. And there's the seam. You can see just a little bit of the cup showing through, and that was my fault because I cut my template out with scissors. I cut the box out with scissors, and then I accidentally did not stay on the line when I was cutting it, so you can see how it goes completely together here because I was actually on the line on that part. But in theory, all of this would just line right up. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask away. This template is available on my Etsy shop, Shanta's Workshop, and I'll link that in the description. I'll link all of my materials and glitter colors in the description as well. Alright, thanks guys!